Hi, I'm Jarvis. How can I help you today?
Hey Jarvis, I wanted to see if I can book a consultation call with Zubair. Can you tell me when he's available tomorrow?
Sure, let me check that now. Thanks for waiting. Tomorrow, Zubair is busy from 9 to 10 in the morning and from 11 to 12. He is open before 9, between 10 and 11, and after 12. What time works best for you?
Yeah, let's do 1 p.m. I think 1 p.m. works best for me tomorrow.
Great, tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon is available. Could I have your full name, email, and phone number to book the consultation?
Yeah, name is John Smith. Email is johnsmith@gmail.com, and phone number is 512-223-4411.
Thanks. Booking that now. One moment. You're all set. I've booked your consultation with Zubair for tomorrow at 1 in the afternoon. You'll receive a confirmation at johnsmith@gmail.com. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Yeah, one more thing. I was just gonna, I was curious, how much does he charge for the 1 hour or the 30-minute call? Sorry.
No problem at all. For an initial 30-minute consultation, the flat fee is $150. Would you like me to add a note that this will be an initial consultation or keep the standard session as booked?
No, that's fine. Let's just keep the standard session as booked. I was just curious. Thank you.
Great, your booking stays as is. If anything comes up, just reach out. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you too. All right, hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create this amazing personal consultation voice AI agent with ElevenLabs and n8n. I'm going to give you this entire template completely for free and also all of the resources, the prompts and everything else you need. I'm going to show you exactly how to grab those so that we can just follow along. This is going to be a very useful voice agent that you can create. And then the great thing about ElevenLabs is that you can actually embed this into your own website. So you can imagine this could be applied for different purposes. So you can use this for a personal use, or you can sell this to business as well. This is going to be a complete solution and you're going to have access to free resources. So all you have to do is just follow along. And again, this is a no code solution. So regardless of your background, you'll be able to build this thing out with me together. All right, without any further delay, let's jump right into the video. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and bring over this workflow. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. If you're not familiar with n8n, go ahead and sign up for a free account. The link in the description. Once you click create your account, you're going to click on create workflow and you're going to be right here in this blank canvas here. So one of the best things about n8n is the fact that you can actually import JSON files. So let's go ahead and download our JSON file for our backend n8n AI agent. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you how to build the front end in ElevenLabs. So I'm going to put the link in the description. You can join the free community here. Once you come in here and join, you're going to go to the classroom. So again, this is completely free. You're going to go to the resources, YouTube resources, and right here in the bottom, it says ElevenLab Consultation Voice Agent. As you can see right here, there's the prompts and everything else that I'm going to talk about a little bit. But if you scroll to the bottom, it says n8n Blueprint. So you're going to click on n8n Blueprint. You're going to click on download. And as you can see, this is going to download that ElevenLabs agent and JSON file. Now you're going to go back to your n8n workflow. You're going to click on these three dots right here. You're going to click on import from file and you're going to select that downloaded file, and this is going to bring over everything else. So when you saw during the demo, I just basically added this little note that says free template, but it's the same exact thing. Okay. All right. So afterwards, you're going to head over. Let's go towards our ElevenLabs here. So let me actually minimize this a little bit so that way we can see here. There you go. And then we can come back and take a look at this. Let me shorten this a little bit. All right. And boom, there you go. Cool. All right, so this is ElevenLabs. For those of you who are not familiar, ElevenLabs is one of the most popular voice agent platforms, and then also obviously they have a lot of other functionalities when it comes to voice related design and sound effects and everything else. It's one of the most popular tools. Again, I'm going to put the link in the description as well. You can go ahead and sign up for a free account for them as well. So once you come to ElevenLabs, so let me actually show you. ElevenLabs, you're going to come right here. This is what it's going to look like. You're going to click on login, right? And then after you log in, you're going to go to, on the left hand side, it says creative platform. So this automatically takes you to the creative platform. We're actually going to click on this and we're going to go to the agents platform because we're building a voice agent. Once you click on that, now you're going to go ahead and click on agents here. And I would suggest maybe upgrading to their $5 a month account, which is plenty. It gives you a lot of like tokens so that way you can play around. Once you come in here, obviously yours looks blank, but what you're going to do is you're going to click on new agent And here you're going to click on blank agent. You're going to give this agent a name, and you're going to click on create agent. So once you click on create agent, this is what this looks like. Now, obviously the first thing is selecting the agent language. We're going to stick with English. Additional languages, you can feel free to add additional languages, but obviously for the first version, I would suggest just stick around with English. The first message, this is where you can customize this. So for example, for my agent, as you can see, so if I go back to my personal agent, there you go. Mine says, hi, I'm Jarvis. How can I help you today? Right? That's the first message that the agent says. So you can feel free to play around with that. The system prompt, this is very important because you want to give this voice agent a persona and give him guardrails, and then also step-by-step guide how to interact with your customers. So the way to grab this information, same thing. If you head over to the same page, I have put the, let me maximize this a little bit, you can see this particular prompt. So this is the entire system prompt. So if you just go to the ElevenLabs Agent system prompt, all you have to do is just copy this. So let me copy this, and I'm going to tell you what's going on here. I'm going to copy this, and we're going to go back here, and we're going to paste this. So what this does is just giving it personality. I'm saying, hey, you're Zubair's personal assistant, you're professional, efficient, blah, 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 and all of the good stuff, right? And then also the environment, we're describing the tone. Now, most importantly, this is where we're identifying that, hey, your primary goal is to check Zubair's availability and book consultation meetings. Now, if you're building this for personal use, let's say like for your own website or something like that, feel free to change the prompt here to make sure that it meets your standards. But essentially, you're describing what the goal of this agent is, right? So we'll telling, hey, understand the caller's request. The way to do that, if the caller asks about Zubair's availability, you're going to respond by, please allow me a moment to check for that. Because again, you don't want to introduce that lag, which obviously when the n8n AI agent gets activated, that I'm going to talk about in a little bit, there is some lag that get introduced. So it's very normal, even if a human, if you're calling a human to book an appointment, they'll tell you, give me a couple of moments that I can check the calendar availability, right? So that's what we're doing. We're giving the agent to tell the customer that, hey, wait a moment while I check, so that way they don't freak out if there's a pause there. Then afterwards, we're saying use the get available slots tool. So this is where now we're calling a tool here. Now, so let me go back here because I've already built the tool there. So I'm going to show you exactly what's going on. So if I go to the bottom, it's the same exact prompt. So the first tool we're calling is the get available slots tool. So now if I go to the bottom here, scroll to the bottom after dynamic variables, by the way, you're going to leave everything else as it is. The only thing I would suggest changing is the LLM. I mean, you can select like GPT-5, Gemini 2.0 Flash, all the other LLMs, but GPT-5 works great. Everything else you're going to leave as standard. The knowledge base I want to talk about in a little bit, but let me go ahead and make sure that we go to this custom tools call. So this get available slots tool. So this is where you can add custom tools to be able to reach out to third-party apps like our n8n here, right? So the way to do that, you just click on tool, and you then provide the tool that you want to book here. So now the custom tools, I have a bunch obviously there, but yours is going to look blank. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the webhook tool, because this is where now we're telling it, hey, reach out through this webhook to the backend in n8n. The way to do that, so you're going to come here, right? You're going to add on your n8n webhook here. So if you just double click on this, let me maximize this so you can see what's going on. So this is the tool, which is the post URL. Again, you're going to be downloading this resource, so you will have access to this. But essentially, this is, you're just going to copy this, and then you're going to go back and paste it in this particular section. And if we go back to my agent here, so let me actually switch right here. Oops, where'd it go? It's the wrong one. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, so let me click on this get slots. So there you go. So I said get available slots, and we're doing post, and we're pasting this webhook URL from here, right? That's exactly what it is. There's nothing else. The name, you can feel free to give it a name. I just like to use underscores, but then also giving it a description, right? You say use this tool to check availability of the requested date and time for appointments, right? Everything else, you can leave the same. Just make sure you're pasting this URL right here. Everything else, like I said, leave everything else the same. The only thing that you're going to change here, this is very important, you're going to add some query parameters. Now, for query parameters, this is basically telling or sending the data via this webhook, right? So we need to send, I'm just sending, for this particular tool, I'm just sending a request, and I'm saying check availability for appointments, right? So if I go to my n8n workflow here, so now if I click on the webhook, let me maximize this so you can see exactly what the payload look like. Okay, hold on once. Whoops. All right, so this is the payload that's coming in. And you can see right here, if I go to query, request, book a consultation call at 1 p.m. So this is what the query is referring to right here. This is what we're sending, this parameter, this body parameter or that we're sending is coming in from this side, right? So that's what you're looking at. You're sending this request via query parameters, and then also the body parameters as well. I'm just sending one name as name of the user, so that way we're sending just one piece of data, so that way you can see what's coming through there from that particular webhook there. So now that's the first tool, right? The second tool is more information. So if I scroll, get rid of this. Hold on one second. This book meeting. So the book meeting has same thing. I'm giving it a name. The same post URL, webhook URL, but this time I'm sending a bunch of different body parameters, right? So I'm sending one query parameter and then a bunch of body parameters right here, right? So I'm just saying in the description, in a natural way, ask the user to provide their name, email address, phone number, because that's what I'm sending. So therefore, I want to make sure that's being captured on the left-hand side there. So now, as you can see, I'm sending date. And this is going to be requested date of the appointment, as it's self-explanatory. The email, right? Same thing. The time, and then also the phone number and the name of the person. Very simple. You can add properties very simply here, and you can send more data. So once you have everything, you're just going to click on save, and everything will be saved. Very important. You want to make sure you're saving as you go along. So those are the two tools that we're calling from our prompt right here. First is checking the availability, and then second, once the once the customer provides the full name, email, and phone number, we're saying, tell the customer, please hold on while I book your appointments, and then use the book meeting to confirm the consultation, right? So that's what we're doing. We're just calling these two particular tools. Now, another thing is the knowledge base. So when you saw at the end during the demo, I asked how much it's going to cost. This is what it's coming from. This is the knowledge base. I uploaded just like some dummy data, like a PDF document. So as you can see, right here is where all of that information sits. And if you can read right here, it says initial consultation, 30 minutes. And that's why I asked that question. It says $150 flat fee. So it gave the exact number right there. So feel free to check that out. If you want to add more knowledge base, you can add knowledge base via PDF document. If you click on add document, you can see here, you can even add URL, you can add files, and you can just drag and drop. Very, very simple. This is just like a knowledge base that it'll have access to. Everything else, don't worry about it, right? Like leave everything that it is, because if this is your first agent, then you want to keep it as simple as possible. All right, so the way to test it usually is you're going to click on test agent, and this is going to pop up right here. So now the great thing about this is that you can also add this as a widget. So like you can see right here, if you click on the widget, on the bottom, it shows up that you can put this in your website, and therefore now you have an exact personal assistant that can do all of these things for you. And the way to do that is just embed this code inside your JavaScript on your website. You can always use ChatGPT if you're not familiar with this, but very simple. But all of the stuff in the agent, first of all, needs to be built like this, so that way you can put that as a widget later on your website. All right, so let me quickly now switch to n8n, so that way you can see what's going on here. So let me maximize this. Okay. All right, so webhook, same thing. We're just adding this post webhook, the authentication. I'm leaving it as none. This path is where you can change the path yourself if you want to say something other than test. Very important, if you're obviously using this in production, you want to make sure you're switching to production. I'm just using test because I wanted to showcase that, right? Now, afterwards, the AI agent itself. So as you can see on the left-hand side, this is all an information that's coming in from through the webhook there, right? So we're absorbing. So the first thing is we'll need to grab the name, email, phone number, date, and time. This is very simple. This is going to go in the user prompt. You're just putting name, and all I'm doing is literally just dragging and dropping here, right? So just that's how you do it. Very, very simple. Let me get rid of that duplicate. And then also I'm doing the query request because I want the agent to understand what the purpose of this call is, and that's to book a consultation call for tomorrow at PM. Now the system prompt is very important. You're just telling it, hey, you're a helpful assistant who responds to user requests in a fun, friendly, professional way. Today's date is this, and we're providing it guidelines because it has access to two tools. And I've kept it very, very simple for that purpose. I've kept it to two main tools, which is the get events and book meeting, right? So this is basically the get events, which is checking availability, right? So you're just going to add your Google Calendar. If you don't know how to do that, it's very simple. I've done multiple tutorials on that, but essentially you just grab that credential there, you set it up, and for the resource, we're keeping it as event. Make sure you're selecting your own calendar. And in the bottom, I'm just kind of made it very simple. If you click on these little let the model define the parameter, it's very simple, and it then automatically defines those parameters, and you're just putting a description for the before and after. So this is very, very simple. It just goes and checks your calendar. So if I go to my calendar here, there you go. As you can see, that's why I was saying that I was busy from 9 to 10 and 11 to 12, and the consultation with John was booked afterwards, right? So afterwards, so the system prompt, yeah, so that's it. That's all you need in the system prompt. And the book meeting, so this is another tool. This is basically same thing, the start, the end, everything I'm using is defined by model, so you don't have to do much there. Same thing, the event is going to be, or the resource is going to be event, and the operation this time is going to be create, because we're actually creating a new event there, right? Another thing is you want to make sure you're adding the attendee, because you want to grab the email of that attendee inside the book meeting tool. So that way, when it is booking that consultation, as you can see right here, it's adding the email there, and it sends an email to that person with the meeting details. So very important to keep that in there, right? The SERP API, this is just for in case a user asks like a question related to like current events. So this just basically is like a Google essentially, right? And I'm telling inside our agent here when to use these different tools. So I'm saying for the booking email, you want to make sure, or for book an appointment, you want to first check the get events tool to see if the requested meeting time is available. And then afterwards, you're going to use the book meeting to create an appointment and send the confirmation, right? So that's what we're doing. We're saying that make sure you're keeping the responses very simple and you're not sharing any sensitive data. So the system prompt is very, very simple here. And that's what the output looks like. So afterwards, of course, you want to give it a chat model. I'm just using GPT 4.1 mini. Feel free to play around with other chat models as well. And then you also want to have a respond to webhook. This is very important because I'm grabbing this output and I'm just adding this gibberish right here. Again, you don't have to change much because you'll have access to this free template. But essentially, this is just stringifying to make sure that the JSON is valid. So that way, the output is going to be something simple, so that way Jarvis or your personal assistant voice agent can, kind of read that very easily. So that's all it has, right? You just have a few tools, and this is where now you can add additional tools. So if you want to add vector databases, or you can add MCPs and stuff like that to make this voice agent even more and more powerful, this is where you can now add more tools in here, right? All right, so that's pretty much all there is to it. Like I said, you'll have access to all of this. The only thing is, like, as far as the voice agent on ElevenLabs, so feel free to go back to the video and kind of pause the different sections, so that way you can see the different parameters. But it's very, very simple. Again, you're just adding these two custom tools. You're adding a knowledge base, and then also I'm adding this end call tool. You can toggle this because this just gives your voice agent the ability to hang up after the conversation is over. But that's optional if you don't want to do that. But like I said, I suggest doing that because that's a really good option there. All right, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you found that helpful. Again, if you're interested in learning how to monetize this, we have an entire course on ElevenLabs, and then we also teach you how to monetize these and provide and sell these for clients. Make sure you check out the community. I'm going to put the link in the description. I have like several videos here that kind of shows you from the absolute beginners on how to connect like n8n from webhook to your ElevenLabs to all of the different details, including multiple different agent builds that you can check out. And then of course we provide all of the tech support. So if you get stuck anywhere, you can post your questions and my team and I will work with you to resolve your issues. You can also jump on our calendar and talk to us if you run into kind of issues. And then of course we also have an entire Earn with n8n where we teach you how to monetize these agents, including pricing, how to price your services and everything else. So please make sure you check out the community. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe because I've got a lot more content that's upcoming that you don't want to miss. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.